left us to fight.
You got a head full of products and a mouth full of judgments. These are baloney, I don't make any kind of sense. They kiss you on the cheek while getting me a sheet. They got 1,000 naked photos shoving up in your face, yeah. But yeah, folks starting back and pushing, putting on heads. They're gonna turn their sides to the hell and nothing is there. They got a master's degree, and when she won't she got so much fire on inside that you can choke on the smoke, yeah.
All right, so a couple of things. Yesterday, I did a walkthrough of the new SATARI gallery. And unbeknownst to me, I had a bunch of technical difficulties going on. And I wanted to walk through the gallery again with you guys for a number of reasons. One, after spending more time in the gallery, I think I have figured out how to optimize it for the viewer experience. The second reason is I've learned that there are people that don't have an internet connection or a computer where they are strong enough to view the collection as it should be. So I think I can solve a couple of those problems simultaneously. So I want to go visit the gallery again, which is where we are now. So a couple of things. There are some wonderful sounds associated with the collection. There are ambient sounds. There is a voice walkthrough, and there are also parts of the gallery where the sound is specific to the art piece and the artists that put it together. So I have removed all ambient sounds and walkthrough sounds, and we will only experience collection sounds from the artists that added a soundscape to their piece of work. All right, so let's get into it. So there are two wonderful ways to view this. Excuse me. The first is to do the 3D walkthrough, which we are going to experience. But I am also going to show you the open face version of the gallery where we can look at all the artworks, easily place bids, and we can walk through the collection. But let us begin here. So we have the three different houses. We have a list of the artists that are appearing in this collection. And we have the administration zone. This in itself is an Easter egg. Good luck. All right, so because I like to honor the House of Helix, that is exactly where we are going to go first, into the House of Helix. So here we have the guard, the warrior, the noble, the conflux, the spy, the leader, the scout, and the chaos agent, all of which are different archetypes in the ecosystem of 24. This is 8 of those that are all from the House of Helix. So as we enter this gallery, it's just, and what's nice is I have a fairly large screen in front of me, so I'm able to view this, and it's spectacular. So as we get closer, there gets to be some interactivity, and yesterday we were able to hit on quite a few of them. Let me see if it works. There we go. Okay, so this is series 1. This is by Donnie. Donnie was on A Space with Phrase today, as many of the artists were, explaining their art, their inspiration, and getting to hear the artists and how they were inspired by what Phrase was doing from an early moment was interesting and inspiring, and it speaks to the group that Phrase is putting together. The other interesting thing that I heard in today's space was that this is iteration 1. So he has put a formal call out to other artists that are interested in getting on board and checking out this as a launch pad for collectors moving forward. It's so mesmerizing, these pieces. They are captivating. They stop you in your tracks, especially getting to experience them in this large format that I am looking at them on now. Yesterday, I did go through and we interacted with quite a few of these. There are pieces that I'm absolutely in love with. F. Dot's piece is absolutely brilliant. And again, it was really interesting to hear how the different artists decided to interpret the request from Phrase. Phrase gave quite a bit of leeway as to how they could approach and solve this problem. So seeing it all come together is absolutely magnificent. Now, this is one of the rooms that has a soundscape involved. And as far as I know, once we enter, you should be able to hear. I've got my sound. So it's absolutely so well done. And hats off to Phrase and his ability to put this together. The sound slowly begins to increase as you get closer. So it's got a wonderful feel as you move throughout this gallery. There are so many pieces that I want to stop out. I want to do a quick run through. I hope you guys do get to experience the interactivity of this. And we are going to go to the flat page so I can show you guys some of the amazing things in this collection. And we're going to go in House of Codex real quick. As I said yesterday, there's great pieces in here. I listened to Sign speak about her piece today. I listened to all of the artists speak about their pieces. I've had time to go in and read the comments that people are leaving. And this piece, as I said yesterday, it reminds me of when I was a kid with my grandmother in Paris, France. And for whatever reason, this evokes such a huge amount of emotion from me. And it reminds me of a time where things were so very different. When you're young, you're innocent and everything is magical. And this represented maybe the summer that the magic was lost. But right before, yeah, it's an amazing piece. These pieces are astounding to me. This, I love this piece as well. I sat and looked at this piece for quite a bit yesterday in the gallery. Ed Balloon has crushed it here. All of these artists have done an absolutely fantastic job on what they have decided to do and how they have done it. And again, hats off to Phrase on how he has represented what these artists have done. All of these works, I would love to just sit and comment on all of them. And I know that is not what you are here for, but trying to let the artwork speak for itself and give you all kind of the viewing experience because I happen to, my computer's jacked up at the moment. So these pieces are, I'm trying to see how it looks for you as well as I'm able to navigate. All right. And I want to go, we're going to visit the three houses and the soundscape rooms. And then we're going to go look at the flat card so I can show you guys what's going on and we can see the bidding, which opened up today. And as far as I know, it will be open for the next week. You know what? Let's go in here. I'll mute my mic as we go in. may have inadvertently turned this off. I thought I remembered hearing sound with this. But this piece is just... it's a brilliant piece. The other thing I want to just comment on super quickly is Frey's bringing all of these artists together. And it's been awesome to watch the communities converge. And as I said yesterday, kind of this stepping off point for artists. And this is ground zero for connections like this in this day and age, I think. And a lot of it has to do with where the crypto market may be headed over the next year or so. If we absolutely run into a bull market, this space will be electric and amazing. And again, I just want to marvel at this piece. Tyvek's piece with this hidden robot on the inside evokes wonderful childhood memories as well. Just an absolutely stunning piece, as all of these pieces are. There hasn't been a piece that I have not fallen in love with. So let me get out of here. I thought we had a soundscape for that one, but we possibly do not. And Sign, her pieces. We're going to look at them. We'll get a chance to look at all these pieces on the flat surface. Some of them are wonderful to see walking through. Okay, so we are in House of Codex. We did the House of Helix. We will enter the House of Forge. And again, these pieces. Delta Sauce bringing the heat. Oh my goodness. There's just so much magic in this collection that the artists are able to show their style, but also pay tribute to the silhouette and some of the inspiration that Frey's has brought to the overall arch of the collection. All absolutely marvelous to see. I went crazy for all of these pieces yesterday. All right, let me see. Brian Brinkman's pieces, phenomenal as well. And if you did not get to hear the space today, and I believe Frey's recorded it, so you can go listen to it again, but Brian said something that I loved. It spoke to this feeling that Frey's work has, and a lot of it has this breath movement motion to it, which gives it this feeling that it's alive. And I think as Brian was exploring the collection, he said that it wasn't until he stumbled across that last iteration, paying homage to Frey's original work, did he find this synergy between what he was doing and where he was going. So I thought it was a really cool focal point to hear from him, as well as Sign. She had a bunch of wonderful things. All the artists did. I implore you guys to go listen to what was said in the space. Excuse me. Sorry. It's not that it's buggy. It's that I'm trying to control several different things while giving you guys this experiential walkthrough. And I want to stop at all of these pieces, the interactivity on them. We did stop for some interactivity yesterday. But these are just... Again, Ben Strauss brought it together. It's magnificent to see all these artists coming together. All right, and let's go into this. And I think people may have seen this on the clip, but I'm going to cut my sound and see if we get a full soundscape in here. there are little things that I'm picking up as I watch this over and over again I had not seen. I don't know if they're clues or there's some interesting things in a lot of these pieces. So I hope you guys get an opportunity to explore on your own and take the time that's needed to just kind of revel in these pieces of artwork. Malachi bringing it. Absolutely bringing the heat. Okay, so now I am going to continue transversing. We're going to pass the exit. This is the administrative area. It appears to be locked, which is strange. Yet there is a staff-only code. And if you enter the code, you gain access to this. The only hint that I can give you is colorway, which is an interview that Phrase did on the Colorway show recently. If you go watch that video, you might find some interesting clues about what's happening there. That is all I can give away. And because I can't give it away, we will not go into the administrative office. When you exit, you go back to the Satari Must Die, which was the original collection. And what we are going to do now, instead of looking at the original collection, we are going to look at the flat version for you guys because it's spectacular to see these pieces one by one. So this is 24 hands, one work per, 24 hands, one work per Satari archetype across 3 houses. This is the plain reading of the gallery. So we just experienced the gallery. We will look at these in numbers of 3. So signed Series 1, Vanta, Series 1, Brute, and Series 1, Warden, Melly, Adam Tastic, and Sign, bringing the heat. Adam Tastic's piece, as I said before, it grabs me emotionally in ways that remind me of another time. And that is what art is supposed to do to me. Looking at Ed Balloon and Bongdo's and Eloy's pieces together. Eloy's piece, the fabric inspiration. I love tapestry. I love hand sewing, doing all that type of stuff. Seeing Ed Balloon's piece here like this. I also listened to some of these artists speak about deciding whether they wanted to do a color piece or a black and white piece. Now we have Tyvek's piece and Udo's piece. Absolutely amazing, amazing pieces. These are all from the House of Codex. A fine showing from the House of Codex. Now we enter the House of Forge. Delta Sauce, bringing an absolutely brilliant rendition of the inspiration that was given to him, as everybody is. But all these pieces are, it goes to show not only Phrase's artistic ability, but his curative ability to attract artists that all seem to be on a path to doing magical things. I celebrate it. We have Basic, Brian Brinkman and Ben Strauss, all delivering hot off the press pieces that are one of a kind, exceptional pieces. And each of you deserve to go into the gallery and experience these one-on-one. If I haven't been able to do that properly, it's hopefully better than it was yesterday, but it's still worth you guys going and checking this out. Bulwark, not really sure what's going on there. I believe Phrase may, I was on a Zoom call during the earlier show today, so I couldn't catch all of it, but I believe that piece of artwork is coming. And Sway Molina, this piece just he just crushed it. Now, this is brilliant. The House of Helix, the best house in the entire Satari ecosystem, if you were to ask me. But Donnie's piece, we have the Blade piece, it is Withheld. We have Modest, and that piece is such an awesome piece to see standing in front of it. Let's run the interactive. Mesmerizing. All of it is mesmerizing, man. And the Goliath, which is the PFP that I rock, is a Goliath. And F.Dot's impression, or yes, his artistic impression of the palette that he was given, it's brilliant. So much of his art is within this shape. It's brilliant to see. David Krugman, this piece with the water, the run it. Let's run the interactive because I don't know. I did not do this in the gallery. I did it on my own, but I did not have a chance to do it on stream. So seeing how this plays out is fascinating. Again, these artists are just, wow, stunning. And you know what would be brilliant with this Dave Krugman piece is to have this displayed and hook up a camera that picks up your motion as you walk by and have that be the stimulus that moves the interior of this image. It's a brilliant piece, Well done. So we're waiting on the Emperor and Nomad. Hopefully they will be coming. And we saw the Macbeth piece and we listened to the Macbeth piece and they are fantastic. So as I said, I believe bidding started this afternoon and it will be up for the next 24 hours. I implore you guys to go visit this collection. It is a series of events that are going to be building upon themselves. There are community announcements coming. I don't know what I can say. I can say that buckle up for the ride because magic is coming and you are in good hands, and Phrase wants to do some really cool stuff. So I'm excited to be a holder and be on board and be supporting this any way I can. So you guys have a good day. Keep it real, stay out of trouble, do all the things.